of the SEO Roundtable publishing. So when the guy from Google, I can't remember his name off top now, he said we're not using such metrics in regards to user engagement for SEO and ranking. Like, SEOs just took that to the, they took that.
We even talked about that on the Vault that time,
Yeah, I hate to beat a dead horse. I know we just talked about this, like probably the last 2 weeks in a row.
More about the response that it got, though.
But the response was, it was Martin Split, and he got really pissed, and he said he's never talking about, the guy from Google said he's never talking about search algos again.
He's not telling you anymore, people. You ruined it.
SEOs came with their pitchforks, and they just said that they tried to dissect what he said, and and he just this one guy said that was the wrong question. Look at the answer. He said that they don't use those such metrics, not that they don't use user experience. And like, oh man.
Someone else mentioned that they have user experience in webmaster tools, so therefore they must be using it in their algorithm.
Yeah, and Martin Split ended up coming in, the dude from Google, and was just like, and this is why I'll never say anything about this anymore. No matter how I say no, people think that it's a clever way of confirming their theory. So essentially it got covered, which it's a funny little snippet on SEO Roundtable, the Twitter exchange. And it all comes from something we dove into last week where Google said undeniably, explicitly, a resounding no, we don't use user metrics as part of our search ranking algorithm. Like,
we even talked about a lot of reasons why that would not make any sense on that episode.
If you guys jump in, catch the replays, we're talking about some different ways of giving you guys replay content and better, like, digestible snippets. But for now, we do have a bunch, if not all, of the replays on YouTube with timestamps.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit easier to run through. But go ahead and check that stuff out. There's a lot of really good, like, logic-based explanations behind why Google wouldn't use that type of data. And I don't want to really run back through it. That was a pretty lengthy convo we had last time. But it was just funny because it might have been the same day that Google released that we talked about it, or at least in the same week. And I also had a debate in groups, and it was like, it's just alarming. It's alarming. SEOs are definitely tinfoil hat wearing humans sometimes. So my suggestion would be to peel off that aluminum foil, and you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't run your own tests, which, you know, my partner has been running engagement metric tests for like 6 or 7 years, and you know,
for SEO. I mean, it's important. Like, you need to be looking at your user, how they're reacting, conversions, all that stuff. But to say that that's an SEO strategy, it's just, come on,
Yeah, I'm not a believer, and I've seen my partner do some cool stuff with different platforms and, you know, whatnot. But in terms of, I'm glad that you put that in the list of things to talk about, because it's still fresh in my mind. And, you know, again, you should always do your own testing. I don't think we should ever get to the point where we're just like, oh, well, some guy from Google said this, so we're going to, you know, march mindlessly in that direction. But
well, theories aren't bad.
Theories aren't bad at all.
But one thing we've learned is don't attack Google staff with them. They don't like that. They won't tell you anything anymore now.
Yeah, I mean, none of those guys are obligated to talk to you about the algorithm.
It's not their job.
Realistically, so it's leave it up to SEOs.
They're lying.
Yeah. Leave it up to SEOs to shut that down, to get that shut down. Man, if it's not a black hat verification strategy, it's Google's willingness to talk to us about their algorithms.
Always good PR.
Always getting something shut down. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Share worthy.